Good morning, everyone. Now, this reaction's coming right out of the comments. Marty, good morning. I hadn't heard Cesspool. That was pretty good. Here for it, Rollen. Thank you. Great reaction. I appreciate it. Been a fan of Samson since Samson's opinion on the COVID. Just by saying it out loud, you'll get a little mark. It probably won't show up because I'll be subtle. No, the lyrics of the song will bring it out. So, I want to check this out. I do. Marty would love to hear the opinion, the reaction on this one. And I think, because it came up at work yesterday, I had a little conversation with my coworker and explained, did you hear what some of these courts are actually saying now? Not, hey, get your fifth one. Turns out that might be bad advice. That there's another side to this discussion that the tinfoil hat ducks somehow knew about. Didn't believe that the planet would care for my health at all. Just the ducks told me that there's no chance the system wants to save me. And I kind of believed them. Now they're tinfoil hat wearing rubber duckies. So, you take that with a grain of salt. But I was like, hey, the channel got a strike. We got a warning thing because people were telling the truth when it was problematic to tell the truth. So, if you were bucking against the indoctrination, the algorithm made sure you got singled out. I weathered the storm pretty well. Just one song, one warning for medical misinformation, which is now considered true. Now, why don't they go back retroactively and pull that down? Oh, because we have to be put in our place. Because just like I heard, and it's really problematic, one of the main reasons we're not going and visiting Australian music right now is I can't seem to talk about the Australian system without pointing out, wow, does that look bad? Wow, your police are telling you they're the only ones who know the truth? I would like to see evidence where police and authority have been the people who know the truth. Not virtue signaling from fearful individuals who wish to be controlled. Turns out your position is only valid to you. Any sort of control system, just a bad idea. And I have to agree with a couple rappers. I don't really want authority to be the only position of power on the planet. The same people that say, oh, we are the only ones that know the truth, should probably not be listened to at all. I think they're lying to you. And they're doubling down daily, down under. So it's been problematic. I actually feel I miss visiting that region within the music world. But at the same time, what are you going to do? You can't just listen and go, oh, that's fine, that's cool, I like that, but I'm good at, I'm good complying. Well, isn't that our problem? The compliance portion, especially if you were misled on let's say, efficacy. Huh? Wait, I'm not making this up. The court system's dealing with it now. I didn't lie to anybody. I said I don't think you should trust those people. That was good advice.
Hey, nice balance. Misinformation, stimulus payments, bitching and complaining. It pretty much sums up COVID-19 in a nutshell. Shit, I'm just saying. Already made a video about it, but I'm gonna make another one because my thoughts have changed. Cause the more it plays out and the more it unfolds, the more that I think all of it is awfully strange. But I won't get into that, cause if I do, this video is finna get flagged and get removed. Because if you ain't getting your information from the news, then forget it, because it isn't a fact, it isn't true. I looked at the stats and I'm like,
I swear to God, I did not. You don't gotta believe me, I don't care. I've never really cared about that part. Because that's the facts. This is why we can't have discussions with people. Because when you lay out some of the details that are problematic, they just have to run. So their brain can't comprehend, I think. And I'm not trying to shit on people. I believe that's how strong the indoctrination and propaganda literally was. Here, it's like my dad thinking he's a righteous citizen for paying his taxes, not questioning how they're always increasing, but the quality of life in his state is decreasing. Who's getting it all? Because if you're working for it, then it's going to someone else. That can't be a system that people agree to. I don't buy that at all. Unless it's all wrapped up in a pretty package to pretend you're helping people when you're really not. You're really just degrading the system farther and farther and farther. But his appeal to authority is so strong, he feels like he's doing the right thing by listening. As an ex-con, I can tell you the least level of compliance is necessary or they beat you. But other than that, complying to your captives is, the Stanford prison experiment showed that within hours, the convicts were fighting back because within hours, the controllers were abusing. Oh, hey, wait, that's an actual thing that happened. It's real. It turns out people are assholes and love abusing each other. Weird.
And get removed, because if you ain't getting your information from the news, then forget it, because it isn't a fact, it isn't true. I looked at the stats and I'm like, why be bugging out? I know this is a subject we don't really know much about, but it makes you wonder when you get in the numbers and you do some digging of your own.
The subject is awesome, Marty. Thank you. I don't know. Maybe this went over to Rumble. This probably came out when I was dealing with, Burden's medical misinformation video that got us popped. But man, the flow, the speed of the delivery, the bars are fucking fire.
But I'm gonna make another one because my thoughts have changed. Because the more it plays out and the more it unfolds, the more that I think all of it is awfully strange. But I won't get into that, because if I do, this video is finna get flagged and get removed. Because if you ain't getting your information from the news, then forget it, because it isn't a fact, it isn't true. I looked at the stats and I'm like, why be bugging out? I know this is a subject we don't really know much about, but it makes you wonder when you get in the numbers and you do some digging of your own. But I'm not a doctor, so I should shut my mouth. But fuck that. I looked on WebMD, and they give it to you straight. They don't play games. You tell them that you got a little headache and you're feeling funny, look it up and you're like, holy shit, I have AIDS? Anyways, I was looking shit up and reading stuff trying to see what I could find on the net. They said that the recovery rate is between 97 and 99.75%. 0.25 of the whole population is not that big. That's a small congregation.
Oh, Rollen just went off on that yesterday because the old Mac Lethal diss on Tom McDonald seemed to believe that the tiny 1 and 2% of the fringe element of societies, that all that matters. And, all the regular people are wrong. It's just that little fringe group that's right. Everything has to come to a stop because 1.5% of you is in danger. Now, I would venture to guess that on the planet right now in some third world hellhole, the survival rate is less than COVID. Where's the nonstop attention to fix that? Oh. It only works with what the money pays you to be interested in. So if the system tells you to care about it, oh my God, we care. But just like I saw earlier today, boy, we could contact trace people like nothing, but you can't get child porn off the internet. Hey, why don't you think about that shit for a second? No action on human trafficking, well, because that's the currency they spend. No action there. But contact tracing and spying on everybody who didn't socially distance. So it's that kind of shit. Being able to say that out loud is kind of it didn't take, I didn't need to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. That true evil goes unchecked, but cold and flu season's gonna shut down the world? Come on. The fuck was buying that shit? Oh, tons of people. Weird.
Up and reading stuff, trying to see what I could find on the net. They said that the recovery rate is between 97 and 99.75%. 0.25 of the whole population is not that big. That's a small congregation. I show sympathy for the ones that were lost. I really do. But come on, let's have a talk. 3.5 is what they said in the beginning, but they should have shut their mouth before they fed you what they're thinking, because they started making guesses way too motherfucking early. Now they're talking on the circles like a record when it's spinning. It's probably even lower. Nobody knows the actual number of people that get infected in their cities because they're asymptomatic and they don't think that they have it, so they don't take the time to go and get tested, and it's shitty. I know. But take that figure and add it to the numbers that they're pumping up at the hospitals, and you'll have a way lower ratio than before.
Hold on. I gotta hear that. I was distracted.
The circle's like a record when it's spinning. It's probably even lower. Nobody knows the actual number of people that get infected in their cities because they're asymptomatic and they don't think that they have it, so they don't take the time to go and get tested, and it's shitty. I know. But take that
and I can respect his position there. Now, because the ducks whisper to me constantly, I'll tell you this. I have been down the tinfoil hat testing rabbit hole. And this is what I believe. All my opinions are for entertainment purposes only. Just because I think this is true doesn't make it a reality. I wouldn't want to spread any false narratives. But I went down a real in-depth look into HIV and AIDS testing for this. And I don't know if it would surprise people or not, but it seems like over in certain continents, you can be diagnosed with AIDS on one side of a border, cross the border, retested, and you are symptom free. And that the gist of the whole conspiracy is that it's about testing. It's about profits turned from mass testing individuals out of a constant state of fear. I would think an easy, quick examination of the healthcare system everywhere kind of shows that it's not designed for anything but profit. Not too many door-to-door doctors working for pies cooling on the windowsill anymore. Not sure people go into medicine just to save their fellow human beings. I think they go in it to buy a bigger house. Then so they can traffic in adrenochrome too. That's what I believe. Until we get the whole list of everybody on the island, until all of the darkness is exposed, I just now have to believe that they're all in on it. That they all take adrenochrome, they all traffic in human flesh, and they all subscribe to blood sacrifice ritual behaviors. They're all part of the big club. Pretty sure that's the big club we're not invited to. Dancing around a big owl in the woods as you cremate care and find a way to exploit the planet for your own means. Hey, Marty, how we doing? We in the ballpark on this one? God, I hope so.
figure and add it to the numbers that they're pumping up at the hospitals, and you'll have a way lower ratio than before. I mean, goddamn, this shit is fucking impossible.
I gotta get a smoke because that just came out. Yeah, with that last statement, I just heard, and I don't know, as always. Don't know. Could just be crazy talk. What's that, ducks? Yep, could be just crazy talks from the peanut gallery. But I heard that actually some of the footage of empty hospitals, why we were claiming that there was body bags in the street, actually was real footage. And then there's been court battles and fights. And the attempt to silence anyone who was trying to share reality. Weird. Now, like I said, I don't know. I know what I believe. Most of my beliefs lean towards the system was screwing me. Come on now. We know about respirators. That's no longer controversial. That was just putting people down. Whoops, our bad. I guess that's the answer. Whoops, our bad. Hey, we killed Granny. Whoops, our bad. Hey, you're not allowed to go to the funeral. Whoops, our bad. And now, whoops, we didn't mean it. I didn't really say that. I am not even close to the first person to notice that they don't want you to know what they actually said. And then when you hear what they actually said, they said, I didn't say that. But they did. They did. They did. We had constant problems with, you'll be safe if you comply. Come on. You could have got a donut. Angie and I laughed about that shit because unfortunately, my coworker decided that going to a concert was more important than doing any research. And I like him, and I told him, I said, I hope you don't feel bad, but I'm not going to pretend you didn't make a mistake. Because what did he do? I wanted to go to a show. I wanted a free donut. Are you fucking kidding me? I noticed they don't give out free exercise. They don't give out free gym memberships with free insulin. They don't give out free diet planners with tummy tucks, stomach stapling. They're just allowed to do that and then go back to fucking shoving shit down your pie hole. With a system this fucked up, I believe it's more than appropriate to question all this shit and have some opinions. Because it appears that it is just a shit show out there. From this subject to you pick it, there seems to be problems.
And it's shitty, I know. But take that figure and add it to the numbers that they're pumping up at the hospitals and you'll have a way lower ratio than before. I mean, goddamn, this shit is fucking impossible. Fuck the media. No, really, I'm getting sick of it. You could get in a...
So remember, gunshot wounds were listed as COVID. That is true. This has been laid out there. We know that happened. Once again, I know there's people and I feel for any loss. But outside of like a single person in the county, I don't even know any friends, peers, or relatives. Now you could tell me, but at this moment, no one connected me personally had a single issue. But 95% of them were terrified. So I wonder, did it succeed? Oh, wait, it succeeded. It scared the shit out of so many normies, I don't know what to say.
A car crash and die on impact and still get COVID on your death certificate. I could choke on a piece of steak fat and suffocate to death on my fucking sofa. The coroner would look at his colleagues and be like, hey, watch this. Rona, hey! We're stuck and there's no heading back. I don't give a fuck if you're Republican or Democrat. I got a lot to say about the shit we're going through and I can't hold it down a sec. I got a stomach full of Epicac. Ain't no hanging with your folks, pals, any...
Yeah, that Epicac's gonna bring that right up. This I think is actually a perfect follow-up to Cesspool the other day. Well, I don't hear a partisan take on this. But because the fear, the knowledge, and the pushback appears to be partisan, is that why there's so much blowback in Samson's? Is that why he had to address it in Cesspool? because it turns out you're not allowed to have an opinion. You have to go with what the strongest mob fear mentality is. That's stupid.
Friends, if you see him, better send the drones out, get him in. Shit is really turning so foul, every gram feels a little, I don't know, totalitarian. We don't know what to believe, we don't know if what we're seeing is right or what we're reading is wrong. But there is one thing that I think us normal people can get together and agree upon. Fuck the celebrities. I mean, seriously, all of you are acting like you're goddamn heroes. Anybody can tell me to stay inside except...
Yeah, I would say that double downs with the Summer of Love, too, because I see we keep putting up... Because of Charlottesville 2.0, they keep bringing back love and peace and peaceful protest. Fiery but peaceful. They always forget all the murders we got to watch on TikTok. Like literally TikTok murders. No, fuck that. Who cares? That didn't happen. But those couple hours of Charlottesville 2.0, that's the worst. Because the fucking fine people hoax is real, right? Here's my problem. If you have to take it and beat the same fucking dead horse, the same ideas over and over and over again, you're afraid of the flu. Your baby needs STD inoculations because they're going to be doing rough trade at 2. What is going on? It's not that hard to figure out. All you have to do is turn off your appeal to authority. It turns out they're wrong. Your betters are not better than you. They just want to consume your children in a blood sacrifice ritual.
If you see him, better send the drones out, get him in. Shit is really turning so foul, every gram feels a little, I don't know, totalitarian. We don't know what to believe, we don't know if what we're seeing is right or what we're reading is wrong. But there is one thing that I think us normal people can get together and agree upon. Fuck the celebrities. I mean, seriously, all of you are acting like you're goddamn heroes. Anybody can tell me to stay inside except Robert De Niro. Fuck you and Steph Curry too, Ben Stiller and you too.
Okay, when did this come out? How long, what are we looking at? 4 years ago already. Hey, anybody? Hey, De Niro, how's he doing? Is he still well adjusted? What a respected actor. I just can't wait to watch a bunch of his films later because what a shining example of how we should weather storms. I'm going to leave the country. You're all this, you're all that.
Trevor Noah, untalented idiot that inherited the Daily Show, and if otherwise we would never know of. Send me a check for $500 a week and then maybe we can talk about staying inside. But until then I gotta go to work because we all got bills and I don't see you paying mine. I'm not saying that it's not...
Yeah, that was funny because we keep bragging about this. We're not ashamed. We didn't take any of that shit they stole from the system, then give it back to you, then they charge you for it years later. Nah, we didn't. We passed all that. We ended up just having to live our lives like normal. Angie had to find different work. I had to go to a job that wouldn't tolerate any of this behavior because it turns out the work was more important than the fear. And I would say that represents a huge portion of society. And as we just constantly put up with the fear mongering every day from like sources mentioned in this song. And it turns out, yeah, I'm not just going to roll over and forget about it. Your fear and willingness to comply cost lots of people lots of things. There's no free pass. It's okay to be wrong and it's okay and I don't hold it against you. But being wrong is being wrong. It's time to own up to it. You got hustled. The planet got hustled. The planet now is waking up to that idea. I'm not saying it. I'm just repeating what I hear other people saying in courtrooms.
I'm not saying that at all, chill. Man, I don't know, I'm just really fucking starting to think that it's overblown like a tornado when it hits a fucking mobile home. No matter what unfolds in the upcoming months, and no matter what peril happens. Wait, I think I know who's behind all this.
Who?
Fucking Carol Baskin!
God damn it, I knew it! Is that's a what, Tiger King comment? I'm not sure. Isn't that the Tiger King controversy? Isn't she the one on the other side of that? I don't know. That was awesome. And what a good way to start the morning. I don't know. Being it says rolling into comments there, I think we're going back to the reason we're here. Marty, appreciate you. There you are. Oh, yeah. All right. So we got that, and that was awesome. What good times. All right. That was Samson and Samson's opinion on COVID with Rollen throwing in a little opinion too. Now, hey, I'm not the one calling it a bioweapon. That's it. That's courts. And the tinfoil hatters, though, did, of course, talk about emergency authorization and militarization of it all to bypass any regulatory processes. But we were called crazy. We were called crazy when they rushed that shit out. But no. Hey, who's crazy now? Turns out the Ducks are actually batting 1,000 still. Nice. Later.